Good morning, good evening, everyone. My name is Saba, and I am the Manager of Student Services for our North York campus. Firstly, I want to thank everyone for joining us today. I'm sure we have students who are local, but we also have students who are overseas, and I believe it's a combination of students from all semesters. But thank you for joining us today. So today's session is really for you guys. I know you guys have a lot of questions, and you guys, usually have to send us emails to kind of get answers. But today we're here to kind of answer any questions that you may have in real time. We do have Parwinder Kaur from our registration department. We have Jack Talana from our admissions department, and we have Danson and Sophia from our academics department, and myself from our student services department. So any questions that you guys may have, just go ahead and put it in the little Q&A box below, and we're going to try to answer as much as we can in a little under an hour. We're first going to start by going through a little bit of updates just from the department, maybe what's upcoming in the next week, certain things to look forward to, and then we'll get right into your questions. So from student services, we'll begin. We'll move to academics, then we'll go into registration, and then our admissions department. So again, welcome everyone. I hope everyone has had a wonderful first semester week. I hope everything was smooth sailing for everyone. I know if you have any questions about how your first week went, any problems that you came across or anything, please let us know because we're here to kind of answer those for you today. So from the Student Services Department, we did have our orientation session yesterday, same with academics. So if for whatever reason you missed the orientation session, which is normally just for first semester students, but it's not limited to upper semester students, these sessions have been recorded and they are on our YouTube page. So you guys can go ahead to YouTube and type in Hanson College, Ontario campuses, and all of the sessions that we've had so far will be uploaded to our YouTube page. We will also upload this for students who missed it, and any other upcoming sessions that we may have will be posted to our YouTube webpage session as well. So if you missed it or your friend missed it and you're worried, don't be. You can go ahead and find that information on our YouTube page. But we also have all this uploaded on our info session and getting started at Hanson course on your Schoology platforms. Next week for our first semester students, we do have our student welcome assembly. So that's another kickstart to the semester. That was a little bit different. It will be a lot like kind of what we're doing right now, a little bit of updates, and then a small period for some Q&A questions. And then we will go right into a little game that the Student Services Department has set up, and we'll be giving out a bunch of prizes to our students. So it'll be a little bit more fun, just to kind of get the semester started. And get it a little bit more exciting. So a few things from Student Services. You guys can start applying for enrollment letters next week. They're not available at the moment, so we have to wait till about day 10 of the semester. But if you do need one for like whatever reason, it may be something a little bit more urgent that does require you to kind of apply for this at an earlier time, send us an email at studentservicesont, and we'll definitely try to accommodate that depending on the reason. The other thing is your transcript. So if you are a first semester student, just because we've been getting a couple of transcript requests, so transcripts normally will not be available for you until the end of the semester. Right now, it won't have anything on your transcript. It'll just say in progress. So a transcript, in case you don't know, is kind of like your report card. It has a bunch of your grades on it, but those grades won't be available until the end of the semester. So first semester students, I recommend you guys apply for those at the end of the semester. If you are a upper semester student and you require a transcript, please keep in mind the current semester grades will not be posted on it again until the end of the semester. Those will not reflect on your transcript. If you need a transcript from a previous semester, so say, I'm in semester 3 right now, but I would like my semester 2 and semester 1 grades, those will be reflected and you guys can go ahead and apply for those transcripts. Sometimes you may need them for whatever reason, so that's fine. But just to know that the current semester grades usually are posted on the transcripts until the end of the semester. Other than that, we have our events and our clubs that are starting to roll out. So I encourage everyone to start signing up for them. We have the fun semester coming up. Our club leaders work really hard to kind of engage our students. It's a really weird time right now where everything is done virtually. So this is kind of a way for you to meet your classmates and start your own club. but also interact with them outside of the classroom. So I encourage you guys to kind of sign up for those. We do have a bunch of volunteer positions as well for like our student influencers. We like to look for people for our newsletter to kind of volunteer and take a lead on that. So if you're interested in kind of getting involved in the college and like the volunteer experience, send an email to student services, ont@hansoncollege.com, and I will we'll see what we can do for you guys. I'm going to hand it over to the academic department to give any updates before we get into the questions.
So hello everyone. So good evening, good morning to everyone who's here. Thank you, Saba. So for the academics department for both Brampton and North York, of course we are continuously working on with some. If you have any technical issues, majority of you are messaging academicsont@hansoncollege.com. So continue on connecting with us if you have any issues and concerns that you have. Also, my Cambrian, I think it's a most common question that I've seen, I guess, in the Q&A box. My Cambrian accounts are always available by week 3. So that's the week of May 24th. So that's the time that we're in. You would be able to access my Cambrian. If you have issues with other platforms such as Campus Login, Schoology, you can always connect with us and also connect with accountsont@hansoncollege.com. We also have, we will be introducing to you our peer mentors, academic peer mentors who would be able to support you in any of your academic needs as well. So we will be introducing them to you next week. So we have 2 peer mentors in Brampton and 2 peer mentors in North York as well. We also have a co-op and career services peer mentor who would help you and assist you with some of your needs in terms of your questions in co-op and placement and capstone. And of course, lastly, we have getting started in Hanson. I know you've been going through it. You've been there since you've registered. So keep on looking into it whenever you have like basic questions on how to attend your classes, how to go through your courses, a lot of information to connect with. There's parts there wherein you can connect with the Co-op and Career Services team. You can also do the Ask a Peer Mentor. I've seen that the update section is very active in this course. So I know people are exchanging numbers, exchanging, getting to know each other, which is a good thing, especially now that we are fully online. So again, if you have any questions, just connect with us. Again, for academics, it's academicsont@hansoncollege.com. Thank you.
Thanks, Danzin. Perwinder, I'll hand it over to you if you have any updates from the registration department.
Thank you, Saba. Good morning, everyone. So from my team, the updates are only regarding the add and drop deadlines and withdrawals. If I know most of you have already registered, and your payment deadline, if you have not registered with your full payment, your payment deadline is coming up next Thursday. So make sure you deposit your minimum payment to secure your registration for the spring semester. And if you are looking to withdraw, we recommend you reach out to us at registraront@hansoncollege.com, and make sure you include the reason and your student number why you're withdrawing. And the withdrawal deadline or deferral deadline is May 21. If you have failed a course in your previous semester and you're looking to add it to this semester, make sure you reach out to academics first, see if the course is available, and then you will need to make the extra course fees, and then you can let us know. But the add to course date is today. So if you are adding a course, please let us know today. That's it from the registration side. I don't have any. Oh, one more thing for the ancillary fees. Everyone will be getting a $205 credit this semester, and those credits will be applied to your accounts after May 21st.
Awesome. Thank you, Perwinder. I'll hand it over to admissions in case there's any updates from the admissions side. Jack?
Yeah, no real updates essentially. We're just accepting last minute admissions. So to any students here who have any friends or family who are still looking for a seat this semester, please send them my way. We'll be more than happy to assist them through the admissions process. And yeah, there's fancy competitions running constantly on social media, so please follow us and be up to date with all of that. But nothing essentially on my end, Saba.
Awesome, thank you, Jack. All right, so we'll get right into it. I am noticing there's a few questions in our chat box. You don't want to put your questions there. You want to put them in the Q&A box below. That way we can see them and then we can kind of answer them live for you. So again, just enter all your questions in the Q&A box and we can try and answer these to the best of our ability. So I'll get right into them. I will read the question out and then direct it to the appropriate department. So first we have a question from Darshan. And his question is, my question is that once we have registered with given timetable, but due to some problem, if we want to change our timetable, then is it possible to change? So I think Prawinder, if you wanted to answer that.
Sorry, can you repeat the question, Saba, please?
So he's just wondering that once he's gotten a selected timetable, is he able to change that timetable?
Unfortunately, we're not changing any schedule since their accounts are already set up and they are already enrolled in Schoology courses, so we are not allowing any schedule changes.
Awesome, thank you. So this is an anonymous attendee. So Hanson menu is not available on the left side of the Hanson app. So if you're having difficulties navigating the Hanson app or running into any problems, please send an email to accountsont@hansoncollege.com. So I'll put that email address in the chat box below, and they can hopefully help navigate that for you. We have a question from another anonymous attendee, which I believe is for academics. On Schoology yesterday, we got work for microeconomic. We have to post a comment about scarcity of economic resources in Canada, but there is no article attached. With that also, there is no Zoom session of that class and due date is 15th of May. I want to ask that without learning, how can we answer those questions? We have no information about that. Thank you, Danzen.
Okay, so the short answer to this would be number one, of course, you can connect to either of us. We wanted to know which campus are you from, so we can actually pinpoint which teacher, because there are several teachers who teach the same courses, right? So let us know which section you are from, which program are you taking, and then connect with academics ONT at hansoncollege.com. So it's easier for us to explain something if we know very, very targeted specific student, teacher, and all that, because we have multiple instructors who are delivering this course. So we can take a look for both of us, Sophia and I.
Awesome, thank you, Jansen. The next question, is the flight ban extending to June 22nd? Jack, thank you.
Good question. At the moment, obviously, the travel ban is still in place for another week or so. So the short answer is we don't know. We know as much as you with regards to those updates. As soon as we find out, we will sort of work with you to ensure that you're still receiving quality education online and from overseas. But yeah, we don't know right now. So please keep an eye out on any sort of government updates.
Awesome, and kind of just to add on to that, I do encourage everyone to constantly, if you are overseas and you know you guys want to come over, visit the Canadian government website in regards to this, because stuff is changing all the time. So take a look, and then that way you guys will get kind of updated. And once we do have a definite answer, we will definitely send an email to all of our overseas students. So we won't keep you guys in the dark. If it does open up, we want you guys here just as bad as you want to be here. So once we get information and students are allowed to travel, we'll definitely send an email out to all our students, letting them know that you guys are eligible to travel again and the ban has been lifted. So Arshdeep Singh, ma'am, my Cambrian account has been disabled. I don't know what is the matter. I was continuing to try to log in that, but I'm unable. So please tell me what I should do. Thank you, Jansen.
Okay, I think in the very first part, we've talked about that my Cambrian account will be active in week 3. So that's the week of May 24th. So please check by that time, because at this point, we are still doing the add and the drop, adding of courses and dropping of courses with Cambrian. So we would need to ensure that all the lists are correct. So Arshdeep, my Cambrian will be available week 3.
Thank you, Jansen. I'm in pre-core. I don't got my study permit till now, and I am taking classes online. If I don't got my visa, then will college deduct my fees or not? Thanks,
I
Jansen.
think there's a few students with this question essentially. So students can start studying as long as they've applied for the study permit. If for any reason they don't receive the study permit or the study permit is rejected, they can carry on their studies and reapply within 2 weeks of that rejection, okay? If you receive a second rejection, we would then look at refunding your fees minus administrative costs and application costs. So please email admissionsont@hansoncollege.com if you have any questions regarding this, and I'll be more than happy to help. But I think that's addressed 3 or 4 questions.
Awesome, thank you, Jack. So Satvir Kaur Sango, I'm a bit confused between placement and capstone. I am in first semester as placement in the fourth semester, but in which semester will capstone exist? I don't have my work permit yet. Thanks, Jansen.
Okay, so this is very specific. So if it depends on the program that you are in, okay? So for example, if it's the hospitality tourism program, this will happen in your fourth semester. So you have a choice between capstone or placement, but both require a co-op work permit, okay? So if you go for international business, human resources, those are 3 semesters. It will happen in your third semester, a capstone or a placement. So it is dependent on what would be, or if you were able to find a placement or a co-op, or later on, if you're not able to get a placement or a co-op, then you would be opted to get your capstone to be able to graduate on the right time. So capstone is a research-based project. It's an employer-based project. Okay, so the reason why I guess that you've been receiving a lot of, I think, messages coming from the Co-op and Career Services Department is that they wanted you to be able to apply for the co-op work permit earlier on rather than waiting for it later on, right? Because sometimes, you know, it's very unpredictable on how long would it be for you to be able to receive an information whether you get your co-op work permit or not. So it is better that you are able to get it as early as possible. Again, if you have questions very specific on your placement, capstone, or co-op, you can only you can always connect with Career Services ONT at hansoncollege.com. Thank you.
Thanks, Jansen. So Arshdeep Kaur, ma'am, if someone's GC key, I'm assuming, is locked or revoked, then are you able to generate the account?
So as far as I know, the GC key is your portal when applying for your visa and your government login, basically. So we don't have any control over that. So I would reach out to the website directly, select all the options, forgot your username, forgot your password. I'm sure there's FAQs on that particular website that you can search out. If you have any questions relating to your visa, please seek assistance from your agent, and they can perhaps guide some, provide you with some information on how to sort of rediscover that information.
Awesome, thank you, Jack. Ramandeep, ma'am, 3 semester students only deposit 3 semester fee, or they have to deposit a 2-year full payment per winter?
So you don't have to deposit your 2-year full payment. You can either, if you're studying overseas, you have to pay your 2 semesters fees from India or wherever you're studying from. But once you reach to Canada, you don't have to pay your full fees for the year. You can pay semester by semester.
Awesome, thank you, Perwinder. And I think the next few questions are for you as well. So I have registered and I got the schedule. If I still want to defer, then what should I do? This is from Amrit Sequinder Paul.
Deferrals for fall are closed, I believe, Jack, if I'm right. Yeah. So deferrals for fall are closed right now. So if you want to defer for winter 2022, you can send your deferral request to admissionsont@hansoncollege.com. If you are a returning student and you've completed semester 1 or 2 and you are deferring, I would recommend not to do so, because that will not be considered a deferral. That will be considered an unofficial drop. And we will not be able to provide any document if you need for CIC purpose. And I think the next one is the similar as well. What if someone drops after May 21st? You can drop after May 21st, but again, you will not be eligible for a refund.
Awesome, thank you, Parwinder. So I'll go ahead and answer the next one. So it's from Manmeet Singh. Hello, ma'am. I want to ask you about scholarships. How can we get, and what are the requirements, and can we in first semester? So hi, Manmeet. Scholarships are usually available, they're week 11, so they're available the week before your final exams. And the way you apply is, there's different requirements depending on the scholarship that you are applying for. So majority of the scholarships, you do have to have a GPA of 3.5 and above to qualify for them. And just so everyone knows, the way that the scholarships work is it's not cash, it's money sent to your tuition fee for the next semester. So if you do win a scholarship, say for example, $1,000, this will be applied to your future semester tuition fee, so you'll pay $1,000 less. First semester students, unfortunately, can apply for it because, like I said, this is GPA based. So that will put the first semester students at a advantage, unfortunately. So, you know, if you have students applying in like second or third semester, they have 2 semester GPAs that kind of make them qualify for the scholarship. So you can't in your first semester, but we do scholarships every single semester. So it's not something that we do like once a year. We do these every single semester, and there's different types of scholarships that you can apply for that will probably give you a good chance at winning. So I encourage everyone to apply. They're not available for first semester students, but once you get to semester 2 and 3, you guys should definitely apply for those. We will send out email, more communication, steps how to apply, the scholarship forms, but those will come closer towards the end of the semester when grades and such are available. The next question is from Har Pratap Singh. Hello, I am not able to access any Zoom link in the course material through which I could enter the class at the scheduled time. I have had a transfer from Hanson, BC. I'm in 3rd semester in North New York. Thank you, Sophia.
So the question is, are you not able to use the link because the link is not there, or are you not able because you have a problem in your Zoom account? So not every week has a Zoom link to attend the class. So not every week the teachers will have the face-to-face class. If nothing is there, it just means that the teacher wants you to go over whatever is posted for the week. If it's a PowerPoint, if it's an assignment, it doesn't have to be a Zoom link. Okay, so if it's not there, check your syllabus. If on your syllabus says that for that week there's no Zoom session, it means that you don't have a face-to-face class. You just have to go over everything that shows for the week. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you, Sophia. So I think the next couple are for you as well. Hi, good morning, teachers. Actually, my Schoology app on courses is showing operations and restaurants theory course twice. Hours 1 and hours 2. Due to this reason, I need to submit my assignments twice. Please help me to sort out this problem. This is my HIE course, Hospitality, Semester 1, Group 1.1. Thank you.
So Kiranjit, you only have to submit the assignment on the section that you were giving the schedule for, okay? When this meeting is over, I'll remove the other one from your account, but you only have to submit it once, okay?
Awesome, thank you, Sophia. Good morning, teachers. Actually, by mistake, I changed my password for Cambridge login. Now I can't open it from Hanson app. Please guide me.
The Cambrian account is something external to us. So if you did change the password, you will have to reach out to Cambria directly. So they have their own email. It will be mycambria@cambriancollege.ca. You will have to email them with your AID and tell them what happened, and they will reset the password for you.
Awesome, thank you, Sophia. So I believe their email address is enrollmentcenter@cambriancollege.ca. So you do need to email them directly. You won't get a response right away, guys. It does take anywhere between 24 to 48 hours to receive a response from Cambridge College. But we, as Sophia said, don't have access to that platform. So I get this question a lot as well. So just kind of elaborating on it a little bit. So We don't have access to it to reset it on our end. It is something Cambridge College will have to do for you. But I believe they said Cambridge College accounts aren't even available till week 3. So I would send them an email, and then hopefully you can adjust that at that time. Arshdeep Singh. Ma'am, it is our humble request that on Schoology, sometimes there are a lot of quizzes, and we got confused that which quiz we should do and which is not done. So the request is please update the feature, like tick option, which means that the quiz is done. Hope for a positive response. Thank you. Thanks, Jansen.
Okay, so it really depends. Okay, so the best advice on this one is I can actually give that. Both Sophia and I can discuss it with faculty to at least give you that update. You have that notifications that a quiz is coming up. But the best option also to be able to manage which quiz you have done is do it in a weekly manner. So if this week, this is considered as week 1, only look at the week 1 folder. Don't think about week 2 yet. You know, just to be able to manage, like, okay, for this course, I did week 1 folder, then I'm good with that one. This course, week 1 folder, I'm done as well. So take it week by week, okay, rather than trying to finish whatever you can see that's active there. And your teachers will always guide you as well on what would be the next steps. So always connect with them whenever you have a question in your course. So, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Jansen. So the next 2 questions are pretty similar, so I'm going to kind of answer them together. So they're from Gurwinder and Diljeet. Hello, ma'am. I got news that only vaccinated people are allowed to travel. Please tell me, is it compulsory or not? So hello. I don't think this is necessary. I'm not sure if it changed, to be honest. I don't know if you have to be vaccinated to travel. But like we mentioned before, these are stuff that are kind of out of our control. We really don't have much information about this. Like I mentioned, everything is changing constantly with these travel bans, depending on the situations that are here in Canada, but also what's happening around the world. So I would say keep up to date with our government websites on what the requirements are for traveling. So they constantly change the requirements for traveling, and I'm not sure if getting vaccinated is one of them. I don't know, Jack, if you know if they have to be vaccinated to travel. I haven't really heard that, but so I don't think it's true, but I'm not 100%.
I've heard no updates with regards to this yet, but just keep an eye out on any announcements, I suppose. We know as much as you.
Exactly. Like I said, guys, once the ban is lifted, we will send an email to all students, letting them know, and then maybe, and also including like the new requirements for all students traveling and what you guys need. So the next question is from Vera Paul. When we get the Zoom link for our classes in Schoology or not? Or sorry, will we get the Zoom link for our classes in Schoology or not? Thanks, Jansen.
Yes, you will get it. Usually your teachers put it as an update in your courses. The link as well is actually within the course itself. You can see their Zoom session scheduled. Your teacher will guide you through where it would be. Majority of the time, your teachers are looking into, whether or not to balance out the time of the Zoom sessions. We would like to look into whether or not there's a large number of overseas students. So of course, they would want to schedule it more on that side. That's the reason why week 1 is really more of getting to know who the students are who are attending, knowing whether there's a lot of percentage of people who are overseas versus the local students as well. So we're trying to create that balance. And reminder as well that the student population that we have in Hanson College is balanced out of different time zones. So we have time zones in India, time zones in China, we have time zones in BC. Imagine Canada also had different time zones. So BC time and Toronto time is different as well. So that's the reason why in week 1, everyone, the teachers, are also trying to see how many of our students are having classes and which one would be suitable for the majority of the students as well. And don't be afraid of it because your teachers will always provide you with a recorded Zoom session. So it will be uploaded. If you had a Zoom session scheduled and you were not able to attend, the teacher will post a recording of that Zoom session. Okay.
Thank you, Danson. So from DePonchu, I got the information that they're in Brampton. The people who enter the city can't go outside for up to 4 months. I'm not sure what that means. We are at a stay-at-home order, so I'm assuming that means, like, you know, everyone should be staying home. So yes, you can only leave your house right now. It's not just Brampton; it's actually all of Ontario that is under a stay-at-home order. Meaning we need to stay home. We can only leave for essential purposes such as groceries, doctor's visits, and such. So I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. If it's something else you are referring to, if you're referring to a quarantine process, travel bans are in place, but when you quarantine, you do have 3-day hotel government stay and then the 11 days of a quarantine period where you cannot leave the house at all, not even for groceries. So if you're talking about that, that's not 4 months, it's just 14 days. But if that's not what you're asking, just resubmit the question in a little bit more detail. The entire province is at a stay-at-home order, so none of us can really leave our house unless it's for an essential purpose. So Nitesh, we are not informed about the class. The link comes a few minutes before the class starts, so we are unable to join the class because at that time in India it was 2 a.m. Thanks, Danson. I think you want to answer this one, or
Okay. So it's very unusual for that to happen. But to be very specific, when you go to the course syllabus of your instructor, not the Cambrian course outline, it says there the course syllabus. Your teacher indicates there what time is your Zoom session and when it will be. So majority of the courses, the mandate of the department is for them to have at least 3 Zoom sessions. But for this case, if it's very specific that the teacher has provided you only a few minutes before class, then it would be best to connect to either one of us, whichever campus you are in. If it's Brampton, it's me, Danzin Samaniego. If it's for North York, it's Sofia Fonseca. So, thank you.
Thanks, Danson. Manpreet Kaur, hi there. What is LinkedIn and how to access it?
Should we go on? LinkedIn is a, of course, it's a networking site wherein you're able to connect with different professionals. Hanson provides this for free for our students, but the account for LinkedIn Learning will be active around the first week of June. It's the same way that we are following it with the My Cambrian account, because we want to make sure that we're able to provide it with all of the students who are fully registered, and the access will be given around first week of June. So your teachers will be able to provide with more information. And also, you can always go to our website. It's the Hanson College ON .com/login. There's a lot of information on that link. So please go through it. Even how to log in, how resources are also on that site as well. Thank you.
Thanks, Danson. I believe the next couple questions are for academics as well.
Okay.
Question. We are all facing a problem in starting the classes from the Zoom links, and we guess we are missing the classes. Please help.
Okay. We are all facing problems. Sorry, I'm trying to okay, one more time. I'm starting a class from Zoom links, and we guess we are missing the classes. You are not missing the classes. If there are no Zoom links, it means that the teacher have not scheduled any Zoom sessions for that week, especially we are in week 1 right now. Majority, as I said in the beginning, your teachers are trying to gauge or trying to see. I think there's also an assignment that majority of your teachers are asking, can you submit a video introduction of yourself as an assignment so that they would have to know you. And then usually in terms of teaching strategy, they try to see, okay, maybe I should have more Zoom sessions with this group. Maybe I have to do this. But in order for you to check it much better, it's actually in the course syllabus of your teacher. It says there when the Zoom sessions will be, and the teacher will walk you through on when you're supposed to join Zoom and will message you directly. Okay.
Thank you, Danson. The next one is for you again. Hello, ma'am. I am a student of HRBH in semester 1 from Brampton campus. Can I know that when my co-op will start?
Co-op starts, actually HRBH is field placement. So co-op field placement starts in the 4th semester. So you have 8 weeks of academic classes on your 4th semester, the first 8 weeks, and then the half of it will be your placement / capstone.
Thank you, Danson. And Chalja. Hello, ma'am. If I send an assignment first time wrong, then can I resend it by correcting, or can I delete previous one?
Well, you can actually send multiple ones. But what you can do is always message your teacher directly and let her know, please use the second revision. Because when you go through submissions, there are revision 1 and revision 2. So you can actually send it. Just make sure to inform your teacher which one she should be checking on and looking into. Okay?
Thank you. Simranpreet, so ma'am, I'm confused about co-op. Please tell me about it. I'm from business GBVH course. So just to quickly say something, general business don't have a co-op or capstone project. So this is only for certain programs. If you guys take a look at your LOAs, it'll tell you whether or not your programs have a co-op or capstone part component to that program. Danson, I don't know if you wanted to elaborate.
Yes. So sorry, I got lost because I was like, the Q&A box is open in my end. So the co-op, Kasama is correct. General business doesn't have a co-op or placement or capstone. It's very specific on what program you are taking. So, but then of course, we always extend our help to students who don't have co-op and placement or capstone, because we still have resume clinics that the co-op and career services team is administering this semester. So that's all good.
Awesome. Sorry, just anonymous attendee. Add course by September, we can apply for January intake. Not sure what this question really means. It's very, very vague. Anonymous user, if you can kind of elaborate on that, I'm assuming you mean you want to add. I'm not 100% sure. So if you can just elaborate a little bit, trying to defer to September, that's not possible because they are full, and you would have to defer to January, which is our winter 2022 semester. Gurvinder Kaur. Hello, ma'am and sir. Yesterday I had done my quiz. At the time of quiz, my network got paused twice, and I only had one attempt for completing the task. But unfortunately, I saw a resume option, but when the grade came, it was only 53.33. Can you tell me that is this my lack of knowledge or network problem? Thanks, Danson.
It really depends. Okay. So quizzes and evaluations, we've made it resumable because we know that even here we have technical issues, network issues and all that. So your teacher gives you a span of time to be able to answer your quizzes and also be able to resume your sessions. It really depends, honestly, whether or not it was the understanding. If you want to be able to know what was the issue or why were you not able to score better, you can always ask your teacher to discuss to you how many mistakes did I do in this quiz, why did I get a 53.33%. So always connect with your teacher when it's a very specific question in terms of performance in class.
Thanks, Danson. So I believe the next question is for you as well. Oh no, sorry, it's not. I lied. Ma'am, is the iSend app is important or not? We actually don't use iSend at Hanson, so you guys don't need to worry about inputting anything into the iSend app. That is more for Cambrian students, so I see the confusion, but Hanson doesn't use the iSend app for anything. So you're okay with that. You don't need to download that or input any information in that for Hanson. Anonymous attendee, why I am not getting any type of link to join or attend my class. So what I have to do to get this link?
Okay, so this is the question that we've been answering for a while.
Yeah.
Again, the Zoom link, the Zoom session, it doesn't happen every week. If the teacher has for that week, first check syllabus. If the teacher posts the link, it probably will be in updates or under your folder for the week. Okay, if it's not there, it means that there's no Zoom session for that week. Probably next week we'll have one. The way that check is use your syllabus, check weekly, and if it's some mention of that, probably it's for the week. Sorry.
Thank you, Sophia. So the next question is from Herveen. Hello, ma'am. I want to ask about scholarships. How can I get? What are the requirements for that? And can we wait for semester? So I did already answer this. Scholarships run every single semester. They start to open at the end of the semester. And all requirements on how to apply will be sent once these applications are open. So we do send an email on Schoology, and we also post it to our social media platforms. First semester students cannot apply for it, but you can apply for it in semester 2, 3, or 4. Reason being is it is a GPA-based scholarship, so anyone who has a GPA of like 3.5 and above can apply for the scholarships. And of course, first semester students don't have enough semesters on them to have a value, like a good GPA standing. Secondly, there are different categories. So depending on which scholarship or award you're applying for, the requirements may be a little different. But once they're open, we'll let all the students know. You guys will see it kind of everywhere. Greetings of the day. Is there any sports club? And this was from Sarchi Corp. At the moment, we don't have any sports clubs just because everything is done virtually. So it would be kind of hard to get together and play a sport or anything like that. But if there is a way you think you can still start a virtual sports club, please email us. So email student services, let us know if it's something that you are interested in starting, and you think you can do it virtually. I'm totally here for it. So send us a message, and we can try that. Ramandeep Kaur, ma'am, can students take drop after 3rd semester? Thanks, Parwinder.
Ramandeep, no, we don't recommend students taking drop because number one, it will affect your work permit, and number two, when you come back, your curriculum might change, and that will lead you to like add or drop courses, and it will change, like it will also impact your tuition payment as well. So, and the other thing, like if you get a drop, CIC will ask you for it to prove the gap, like why you were away for that semester, and we will not be able to provide you a letter stating that it was an official drop. So it's not recommended. If you're struggling to pay your tuition fees, you can let us know, and we'll prepare a payment schedule for you to help you out. But please reach out to us before you decide to take the drop. Thanks.
Thank you, Parwinder. So anonymous attendee, dear ma'am and sir, please let me know how I can join the Schoology class because Schoology access codes are not working in any class, due to which I was not able to join it. Thanks, Jansen.
Okay, so there are two different things. I think Sophia and I are answering this question. So first, Schoology, you are automatically enrolled in all of your courses, so you don't need any specific access codes. I know in your schedule attached during your registration, it has their access codes. Those are for emergency purposes only. For example, you are missing a course. Technically, if there's a technical issue, that can happen. But in terms of joining a class, as we've said, again, your teacher will provide you with a Zoom session link. If it's scheduled in their course syllabus as well, you would be able to see it on the materials page of your Schoology course. So always check it. Okay, so it has to be very specific which part of the whole course it is, Zoom or Schoology in itself, because it's interchanged. Thank you.
Thanks, Danson. So Priyanka, in quiz, hello ma'am, in quiz there are 2 to 3 attempts, so I have to complete all attempts or only one. And I also can't see my grades.
Okay, so it depends on the type of quiz that you answered. So first, if the quiz is really multiple choice and not a lot of essay questions or short answer questions, then if it's multiple choice, then automatically your scores will be up. You'll be able to see the grades. But if your teacher requires to actually look into a solution, for example, in accounting or in mathematics or in an essay question on another course, then it won't show your grades automatically because your teacher needs to look into it and check it um, manually one by one. If your quizzes have 1, 2, or 3 attempts, if you're able to do the one attempt, then that's good. You don't need to do the second or third attempt for your quizzes.
Thank you, Danson. Dulji, I'm not sure how to answer this question, but it says that where I can attend. If you're talking about classes, you're attending your classes on Schoology. Yeah, if you want to elaborate, please do so. Just free core. Hello, ma'am. What is the difference between co-op and placement and capstone project? I'm very confused.
Okay. Co-op is paid specifically. Co-op is only done for cloud computing students. And then placement is for hospitality, human resource, international business. There are several programs. Those are where you are able to get work experience. So this is like your internships. Co-op is paid, placement is unpaid. And then capstone is work-based research. The three are dependent on what program you are in. Okay, so as I think Saba in the beginning, you can check your LOAs. It says there which program you are in and whether you have a placement or a co-op, or the capstone is an option, another option, because capstones were opened up during the time wherein we went all remote, right? Because not a lot of employers at that time um, are able to get more students to take their placements or co-op in the companies because everyone was just transitioning to remote. So Cambrian offered a capstone option, which is now included in all of our in all the courses that have placement or co-op. So that's another option for our students to be able to graduate on time. So again, co-op and placement are specific work-based experience, while capstone is a research-based course. Okay, so I hope that answers that part.
Thanks, Danson. Aminder Kaur, ma'am, in assignments, we should add which subtitles and word limitation?
Subtitles. I'll take note of that if there's subtitles that we could include in it. Word limitation wise, we can check it. We can check it what it would be.
Thanks, Aminder.
Thank you.
So we are getting to the last 5 minutes. We're going to answer the next 5 questions, and we'll wrap up the session. Umbrit Paul Court, why my Hanson app and username and password is invalid? You're probably having login issues. Send an email to accountsont@hansoncollege.com, and they should be able to reset those credentials for you and send you your new username and password. Sharandeep Singh, hello everyone. I have one more question that somebody say that Hanson provides fitness memberships. Also, is this true? Yes. Normally we do provide a discounted, so we don't provide free memberships, but we provide a very discounted rate for our students. At this time, we are not doing so because gyms across Ontario are closed, and we are virtual, but once we're back on campus, we will definitely have gym memberships available for students. And we will sell those to students at a much discounted price. So they are for the semester usually. So yes, we do. We have our last question in for the session. How can I get knowledge about assignment writing? And I'll just include the next one, how to do online exams.
It is, I'll go, Sophie, go first.
It's on Schoology. Everything will be on Schoology. Assignments will be on Schoology. Exams will be on Schoology. Everything is on Schoology.
Yeah, and just to be honest, how can I get knowledge of about writing the assignment? You know, in the Getting Started in Hanson course, there is actually a part there on how to submit an assignment. There are practice items on that course, so you can actually try it out there. Your instructors give you very specific instructions on how are you going to send the assignment. Is it this type of file? What is expected from you? And a rubric is given to you on how you will be graded. So it really depends on what type of assignment we are talking about. If it's a video assignment, a presentation assignment, so a lot of different types. So if it's very specific question on how you're going to submit an assignment, to be honest, always connect with your instructor about this question.
Thank you. So I'm literally going to answer these next two questions, and that's about it. We will have more Q&A sessions. You guys, again, you're not limited to sending us emails. We do have our live chat, representatives, and our cloud calls who you guys can call in and ask questions if they are urgent. How many days will there be holidays after each semester? It's usually about a week or two, not that long in between each semester. Why do we not get any information on Hanson app? Hanson app is mainly used for registration. Schoology is kind of your online virtual campus learning platform. How can student card through campus login? At the moment, student cards are not available. You guys can apply for your enrollment letters, which validate your status as a student. Okay. But I joined and read the material and update subject. Is it marked automatically present or absent? Talking about attendance?
Of course, if you have joined and read the material, your teacher will mark it once everything is done for the week, right? There are several courses that your teachers are doing, but usually if you're able to finish your weekly task, that is considered as your attendance for that week.
Awesome. The next one is, ma'am, will the punishment be given to us if we send wrong answers because we are not able to understand our work properly?
We don't punish students for not being able to answer a specific thing properly, but we are here to mentor and to correct you the best way we can, right? So like, for example, if you made a mistake, then, you know, a feedback will be given to you, and how are you going to be able to correct that one later on, so you don't have to repeat that.
Yeah, and if you don't understand something, ask questions.
Yes.
Don't just let it be there.
Don't be afraid.
Yeah, ask questions so you do understand it, because we want you to understand the material that you've paid money for to learn. So ask questions. We're not going to bite. We understand everyone has difficulty, and everyone learns at a different pace, a different way of learning. Ask those questions. We'll try to help you guys out. But thank you guys for joining today's session. As I mentioned, we will be doing these like bi-weekly, monthly, usually more importantly in front of upcoming big dates, so in front of midterms or before the registration department opens, so you can kind of ask these questions that are closer to. Again, you're not limited to asking us questions via email. We're always here to help you guys at the best of our ability. But also we have our live chat and our live cloud call representatives that are also willing to help you guys if it's something super urgent. So thank you guys for joining. I wish you the best for this upcoming semester. All the success to all of you. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I can't wait till we can all meet in person. Bye.
Bye. Thank you, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.